rafter as we're going across, and then we're going to go from here to a 16-inch center. Then we take your 34 and subtract 22 and 5/8. Oh boy! Graphic board. 34 subtract 22. In this case, we're just going to do 22 and a half. It's close enough to 5/8. Change this to a 3 and then 2 2s. So we have a 1, a 1. So we have 11 and a half inch valley jack that is going to sit right in here, which means it's going to be 16 inches from this center to the center of your next valley jack. We're going to go ahead and cut it at length and see how we come out with it. Alright. Cut it.
Okay, we're rolling.
Alright. Oops. Okay. When you get your decking, this is what I was talking about. You have to have something to support your plywood decking, or you'll have a tin canning effect. So that's the reason you use what they call the valley jacks. These are the ones that come from your ridge up to the down to your valley rafter. Let me get this screwed in. Oh gosh, everything is on the other side. I want to start at.
Okay, we're good.
Ready? Okay, so now we get this in, get it set, get it nailed in. And it's like I said, in the perfect world, no matter what your framing square says, as far as your lengths in your valley jacks, no matter what it says, it's never going to be exactly what it shows to be. It's always going to be either a little more or a little less, because we're dealing with lumber and not an airplane or a boat, where everything's got to be pretty precise. Okay, as you have your valley jacks in, you have your valley rafter, your common rafter, everything is spaced. Normally it's on 16-inch centers. Some carpenters use 24-inch centers. It's whatever the building code requires. Then your decking comes over, and this is where the 12-pitch roof is tying into your 5-pitch roof. As you can see, we've got plenty of support now. We come to the center of your common rafter on the 12-pitch roof, to the center here, because from here we go back down the other way. We'll have to recut another piece of plywood the same way. And the same goes with your 5-pitch roof. What it will do, it will normally come in and set on top of your decking on your 12-pitch roof, so that you have support, enough support on here to keep this from bouncing around. Go ahead.
Okay, can we hold on one second?
16 inch, so we'll have to come back here. 16. Now, there's no ridge board yet, but we're getting to that here in just a minute. Also, I've also cut a 12-12 ridge and common, because if you cut a 6 or if you cut a 12, all you need is just the different numbers. Whether you cut the 6-12 or a 12-12, everything's basically done the same way. We just use the different numbers because everything has a different height, as you can tell, from the 12-12 cut to the 6-12 cut. What we have to do now is we're fixing to put a ridge board in there, and the only reason I haven't put that in there is because I wanted to show you how all this comes together. This is without the ridge. This is how everything's based in your booklet, with all your height and runs and everything, because it doesn't take into the account if you're going to use a 2x material or if you're going to use 1x material. And of course, building codes pretty much everywhere specify 2x material, 2x6, 2x8, 2x12, whatever. So this is where you take in the extra. You have to discount the extra cut, as I'm fixing to show you. Okay, now you can see where I made my marks for where this 2x4 goes. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these off and recut them, but we're going to slide them back to where those are going to rest against the ridge board and the 2 commons. Now on the 12, we're going to run it all the way through, but at the very end on the top, it's going to have to be cut, kind of bob off the top, because of the way it angles down. Because what would happen, this would go out straight and be stuck up on the top. There's just so many different ways. Well, there's not so many different ways. There's just a few ways to where you can nail your ridge board from one side to the other. And the reason you do is because you want your commons, your ridges, your ridge rafters to all come out the same. If you're too far one way, your ridge boards are going to be a different length. So that's why everything has to be square, and all your ridge boards have to be the right length, because if they're not, you'll come out crooked.